Happy Veterans Day. Today is Veterans Day, and on this date, 134 years ago, was born a little boy. This little boy had an ancestral lineage that went back to George Washington and even further back to England's King Edward I through Edward's son, Edmund of Woodstock. Now, he was the first Earl of Kent. Family belief held that they were descendants from 16 barons who had signed the Magna Carta. Yet this little boy, who had trouble reading and writing as a child, would go on to be one of the United States Army's most notorious and beloved generals of all time. Thanks for watching Keeping History on Two Wheels. And if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. It's right over here. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll know when we do an upload, and we do one each and every week. On November 11th, 1885, a little boy, let's call him Georgie, was born in San Gabriel, California, to his father of the same name and his mother. And from a young age, he proved to be a formidable child, always outgoing and seeking of new adventures and accomplishments. He overcame his trouble with reading and writing and eventually went on to West Point Academy. While attending West Point, he designed the 1913 cavalry sword, rightly named after him, and became a master at fencing, and even went on and competed in the first pentathlon at the 1912 Summer Olympics in Stockholm, Sweden, where he placed 5th overall in shooting, swimming, fencing, equestrian, and athletics. But even this did not become his hallmark of fame. Georgie, as a young Army lieutenant, always felt he was born to be in the mix and was initially assigned to the 8th Army under General John Pershing. Now, this was while horses were being replaced with the new Dodge touring cars, and one of his first actions was to chase Pancho Villa into Mexico, killing 3 of Pancho's men. This action brought him to the attention of Pershing, who would shape his career and set in motion a career of being hard driving and controversial. Georgie used to wear his Colt 1911 in his belt, and it accidentally went off one night in a bar. So at this time, he switched to the ivory-handled Colt single-action Army revolver that would become an icon with Georgie. Now, during World War II, the German commanders had more respect for Georgie than any other commander on the battlefield, and felt that his role was going to be pivotal in the plan to invade Europe. And with that in mind, the U.S. Army and its allies committed to a full-on disinformation campaign, using blow-up tanks and even fake radio transmissions to instill confidence in the Third Reich's flawed intelligence. His most cunning and ambitious move of World War II came with the Battle of the Bulge. In December of 1944, the German army had committed to a last-ditch offensive effort across Belgium, Luxembourg, and the northeastern edge of France. On December 16, 1944, it massed 29 divisions, totaling 250,000 men at the weak point at the Allied lines, and during the early stages of the ensuing Battle of the Bulge, made significant headway during a severe winter. General Eisenhower called a meeting of all senior Allied commanders on the Western Front at the headquarters near Verdun on the morning of December 19th to plan a strategy in response to the German assault. Guessing the intent of the Allied command meeting, Georgie ordered his staff to make 3 separate operational contingency orders to disengage elements of the Third Army from its present location and began offensive operations towards several objectives in the area of the Bulge occupied by German forces. At the meeting, General Eisenhower asked him to do just that, and how quick could he make it happen? Georgie responded, "As soon as you're through with me." Eisenhower, however, didn't believe he could do it at a moment's notice. But when Georgie left the meeting, he picked up the phone and called his commanders and uttered 2 words, already designated as the code words to proceed as planned: play ball. And with those 2 words, Georgie moved 6 full divisions when Eisenhower only asked for 3, from the front lines to Bastogne and Echternach, the town in Luxembourg on the front line of the Bulge. On December 26, 1944, the 1st Spearhead units of the Army's 4th Armored Division reached Bastogne, opening a corridor of relief and resupply for the besieged forces. Georgie's ability to disengage 6 divisions from frontline combat during the middle of winter, then wheel north to relieve Bastogne, was one of his most remarkable achievements during the war. During Desert Shield and Desert Storm, General Norman Schwarzkopf credited his plan of faking out the Iraqi army and being able to push Saddam Hussein's army to the highway of death to Georgie and his battle plans for tanks. Today we celebrate Veterans Day, and I can't think of a better veteran, a veteran who was born on this date, to highlight. I'm talking about General George S. Patton Jr., the old man. At least, that's how I heard it. Thanks for watching Keeping History on 2 Wheels. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button over here. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll know when we do an upload, and we do one each and every week. Remember, every trip starts with a step, and well, that step, it starts with you.